episode 26 of Fist of the North Star, 1 point. The keyword for this episode is going to be sect. We previously talked about how the fellas from the wolf gang fake being human. In this episode we see the wolves crying the death of one of their brothers, including the father. Now they really cry, they shed tears. But we talked about how they fake being human. Now, that's the thing with a sect. A sect is a minority of people getting together because they have something in common. But they're very honest about it. That's the weird thing about these people. So that's the thing, it's like everyone is wrong and only they're right in their own delusion. And it's very tricky because they seem honest about it and they cry about it. The precise thing I want to say about let's say the analysis of this episode is the contrast we immediately have after the first scene of this episode, where it's the wolf gang. Right after that we see Mumia giving a speech to her village, talking about how they're gonna fight against the wolf gang for justice. Now, they both have their own idea of what justice is because they both basically cry their death, let's say. And so, but of course we know that Mumia's village is right. They're the right ones, and the wolf gang is the evil people, because the wolf gang, the wolves, are not conscious of their evil deeds, and Mumia's village, of course, are just honest people trying to survive in such a chaotic era. Now, the difference, one way of seeing the difference between what we'd call a sect, which is just people staying together, being just their tiny little group, everyone is wrong and only they're right, and they fake being humans because they're not real good humans, let's say, who follow a good human nature, is we talked about, we use terms within a dichotomy like mechanic and organic, if you'd remember, and we equated those with top down, that's mechanic, and bottom up, that's organic. So we see it here. So the wolf gang is a top down system because it starts from the father, and then they cry the death of some sort of older brother, I believe they call him. Mumia's village is the opposite, because everyone is equal. Mumia, people kind of even don't want Mumia to be a leader, because she's actually the daughter, so it's actually below, the daughter of the previous leaders, let's say, of the village. Then you have an elder in the village, but he's just the elder, as they call him, right? He's not the ruler, the dictator or something, the father, right? So it's just everyone trying to survive, and that's been organic and bottom-up, natural. And we even equated this with good, and top-down, mechanic, is some sort of dictatorship, and that's the evil criminals doing that. So these are the little characteristics that I wanted to talk about to have a proper idea of how a sect is as it's depicted, especially in this episode.